All right, I've been telling people you should try to repair things and you'll learn a lot. So I bought this radio for 20 bucks and we'll see if we can repair it. So this is an ICOM IC-T7A. And look at this, it has banana jack for the rubber duck. Nice. I like that. Okay, so he says in the listing that it won't power on, it won't, because of the connection inside. There's like a ribbon cable or something he says needs fixing and he can't do it. Anyway, that's what the seller told me on eBay. And when I received it, the knob had fallen off as well, and it had been repaired once before. So I've already used some what's that called? The epoxy, not epoxy patch, the black stuff. You know the stuff. Anyway, I epoxied this back together with that black epoxy I can't remember the name of, and it seems to be working okay. I have the repair guide here, and it's, I don't know, many hundreds of pages, so I didn't print it out. So I'm going to use my tablet here to tell me what to do. And it will tell me, remove some screws. So, yeah, let's see here if we can't remove some screws. Wow, those are on tight. Let's see here, let's get something to put everything in. All right, so it says take out these 4 screws and some screws under the battery. Take the battery out. Nickel metal hydride back in the day. So it says we're supposed to take these screws out here, so we'll do that. I've got a magnetized screwdriver, which sometimes is good and sometimes it's bad. Just depends on what you're doing. In this case, I like it.
If I don't take this back today, I'll grab it tomorrow. I'm gonna do some shady stuff outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna run this extension cord to the other extension cord all the way around the house. Then plug in lights. Then lift me. Yeah.
All right, so we've removed those screws, and does it come apart? Oh, it does. And there is a big metal plate. All right, fine. Ah, oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This whole connector came off this board. Oh my goodness. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh dear. That might be hard to fix. Wonder how that happened. Definitely wonder how that happened. All right, well, let's see if we can remove this first. Okay. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see that very well, but this surface mount connector here goes there, and it is all peeled off. That's very, very strange, but it needs to go over there. Oh dear. Okie doke. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. But we will try. All right, this is where things went bad. The connector itself looks okay, and the PC board looks kind of okay. I'm going to put some flux on it and see if I can't make it look pretty, and then we will see if we can't reattach this thing. All right, so what I've done is I've kind of taken my iron and kind of wiped it in the direction of these pads and try to make them all look bright, and they all look much better now. And this is the little connector that I have to work with. I'll flip it upside down so you can see the little teeth on it that I have to try to match up. That's upside down, so we'll have to flip it over. And that'll go on there somehow. Don't know quite yet how, but we will try. And yeah, let me get you out of the way because you are going to be way in the way. I'm going to move you off to the side. Oh my, was that difficult? Not for the faint of heart, for sure. I think I got them all soldered, but I'm not completely sure. But I don't have any screws in the radio, but I'm kind of holding it all together. And I did get it to power up. And it is working. At least it seems to work. I don't know how to set the squelch on it yet, but it does seem to be doing something. So I think I'm gonna, for now, I think I'm gonna screw it all back together and see if it acts like a real radio yet or not. But I think I may have done it. It was dicey for sure. Dicey for sure. All right, let me start putting some screws in so it doesn't fall apart on me. These long ones are the ones I want in. So I think the fellow's probably right. That's the only thing that's broken on it. Now is the question is, did I get every single connection down, or did I miss one? And if I did miss one, what effect will it have on the radio? That will be trickier. I can't remember the last time I owned an HT that had a BNC on it. I owned quite a few in the days. Quite a few. I don't even think I have any BNC antennas left. I think I sold all that stuff. I remember I had a really nice ICOM setup once. ICOM W2A, I think it was. It was a big handheld, and it was a really nice one. It came with all kinds of accessories. And at that time, I was just driving down the road, and there was a sign that said sale. And I thought it was a strange place. It looked like a garage sale sign, but it was in an industrial park area. It's just, you would never see a sign like that in Silicon Valley. It wouldn't exist. And I thought, well, that's really weird. And so I took a detour and I went over, and it was one of these roll-up, we call them roll-up businesses. It just had a roll-up garage door. Maybe it was just a storage place for some company. I believe it was a storage facility for Intel. I think they had just thrown some stuff in there, and they just told some guy to clean it out, get rid of everything, and so he just put up a for sale sign while he was cleaning the place out. I think I don't think they told him to sell it, just get rid of it. So he figured selling it's as good as getting rid of it. And they had a Tektronix, what are they, 575 transistor testers, a real fancy one. And I asked the guy what do you want for that oscilloscope? I didn't call it what it was. I said, what do you want for that oscilloscope? I don't know. What do you give me for it? How about $75? Okay. So I bought this beautiful transistor tester for $75, and didn't really have any use for it. Played with it for a while, and then I decided to sell it. And Tucker Electronics was the big used equipment dealer back in the day, and they might still be in Texas. And I called them up, told them what I had, and they said, yeah, we're interested. And I says, okay, I'm going to make you a deal. I'll trade you. They go, what? I says, yeah, I'll trade you. And they handled all kinds of ham radio stuff. And I said, I want an ICOM W2A, and I want every single accessory you've got. I've got the drop-in charger, the 3 battery packs, the extra this, the extra that, the microphone, extra, everything you got. I'll trade you straight across for it. They looked at the prices and stuff. Of course, they're getting all of that for wholesale, right? So they were getting a good deal. I was getting a good deal. So that's what I did. Ended up with this beautiful ICOM radio and every single accessory they made for it. All right, so I got those screws in. I got those screws in it. I think that's it. Put the battery back in. See if the power button works. There it goes, 6.5 volts. It is a, I don't know how many volt battery. It's got a lot of static on it though. I don't know why it has so much static. Oh, maybe it's just my location. Yeah, I think that's okay. I can put the external antenna on it. Let me do that. See how it sounds with my external J-pole. Oh, beautiful. Okay. There are several, oh yeah, that's pretty good. There's about 5 or 6 VHF frequencies that broadcast the weather. And I can get about 4 of them here. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and put it on the radio tester and see if it can transmit, see if it can receive. All right, so I have it set to 145 megahertz. There we go. You hear it? So the receive works. Let's hit the transmit button and see what happens here. Uh, 2 watts. Looks good to me, 145 megahertz, so seems to transmit, seems to receive. I don't know how to set the sculpt yet. I guess I have to read the owner's manual now that it works. But yeah, let's see if it can transmit here. Testing 1 2 3. Test. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, sounds like a radio. Amazing. Does it have touchtone? Yep. Cool. All right, so I've got a clunky old radio. But what did I learn? I learned that I can solder those little things. I bridged a whole bunch of them when I did the dragging thing where you drag the solder down it. And then I went back with, now that it was all tacked down, it can't move. And then I went back with a, solder wick and wiped up all of the bridges, and then I put it under the microscope and looked at every single pin and went in with a fine-tipped soldering iron and made sure each one was soldered down. So there you go, that's what I did. And I got a radio for 20 bucks. And I've made a video. There you go. You got to watch. ICOM I-C-T7A. Raise your hand if anybody's owned one.